Welcome back.
Ah,
We've been gone.
again.
Yeah, we do that sometimes.
It's because we're disabled.
Yeah, life happens.
Life does happen.
And fucks us in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
Are you an owl? What was that? Who?
That's the noise I would make if I ever went into labor.
Oh. Really?
Whew.
Oh,
you know when
okay.
you hear
I
like
was
the
about to
women
say, I was like,
when they're like going from like one side to the other.
if I was having a baby, I would just be screaming like bloody murder. You know? Like, I'd just let it rip.
Well, in my mind, you would take the drugs.
Yeah, probably. I probably would be asleep, actually, in my case if I were to have a baby. I think I'd be probably put down.
But
For a
neither of
couple
us want
hours.
children.
What?
Neither of us want children.
No.
Though. But, like, we talk about it.
And that's why this is our intro.
Or, like, what if we rear children together
Oh.
in a little duplex in the forest?
I just don't think I can handle children in this world.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing sometimes is I think about the parts of my parents' parenting that I hated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I get why you did that.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, I don't want to do that to someone.
Right? Me too. It's true. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I have a dog.
It's episode 9.
Is it?
It is.
Oh.
For episode 10, we're going to talk about our little giveaway for people who
Whoa.
submit photos of their I voted stickers.
Yeah.
And you have to have your face in the picture. It will be private. You like DM it to us and we'll pick like a random person.
It'll be fun.
So if you vote, take a picture with your little sticker or your little pen,
Mm-hmm.
and whoever wins gets a cash prize.
Slay.
Yeah, $50.
It's true. And the next episode, we're going to talk about the movie, the documentary Patrice. Do you want to talk about Patrice?
We could talk about it now.
Well, we haven't seen it yet.
Well, yes. You re-explain the premise to me.
Well, from my understanding, it's about a woman who has a disability, who wants to get married to her significant other who also has a disability. It's like a documentary, by the way, so it's real. It's not like fictional. Okay? Just want to put that out there. And it's about like how people with disabilities like lose their benefits if they get married.
Yeah.
And apparently it's really good. And it's like a rom-com documentary. I didn't know those things could go together. But
So it makes you giggle?
I guess.
That's...
My mom saw it. She said she cried.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Also, the movie Out of My Mind is coming out. And it's an adaptation of the book, which is about a girl who has cerebral palsy who goes to school and uses like a... like a typeboard?
Assistive technology.
Is that what you call it? Like
where
the,
it like
the
speaks?
word board? Yeah. She uses one of those and she's like in... maybe like... I think she's like in middle school? I don't know. I can't really remember. Because I read the book in middle school. But
Okay, I don't know if anyone will know what I'm talking about. This is something I want to watch
I'm
with
very
you.
excited for that movie, though.
We should see it together. Didn't we say Steven should come over and watch it with us?
No, that was a horror movie called Salem's Lot.
It's hard to keep track of the different.
Out of My Mind is on Disney Plus, so we would have to get Disney Plus, which is annoying. But
Or, hear me out, we pirate it.
we could do that. But I also want to, like,
Good quality?
give them... what's the word?
Money?
Yeah, except I don't know how much of that's going to Disney. But
Yeah.
it'd be nice to, like...
It's hard to be ethical in this day and age.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
maybe
true.
if Disney sees that they make a ton of money from this thing, they'll make more stuff like that.
And the actress actually has cerebral palsy.
Slay.
I love when that happens.
We love when a disabled person plays a disabled person.
Yep. Same with Patrice. Patrice is actually disabled in the documentary.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. I don't know if anyone will understand what I'm talking about. This is this thing that I would like to watch with you. When I was a kid, my parents were really into Modern Family.
Oh god.
Yeah, it was the only night in middle school that I was allowed to stay up till 8:30 instead of 8. Isn't that crazy to think about?
That is crazy.
Anyway, it was a very exciting night for me, but sometimes I'd catch clips of this other ABC show about this disabled kid. He's in a power chair and he uses a word board and has life with his family. But if you know what show I'm talking about,
I think I kind of do.
you know?
Yeah, I think I do.
I don't know if it's good though because I've never seen a full episode, and I'm like
I don't
curious.
know the name of it though.
Wait, let me search it. ABC Disabled Boy
Oh.
TV show. Speechless.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember that. I think my grandparents tried to force me to watch it because they were like, "You'll find it relatable."
Representation.
Like, okay.
Oh my god, did you see that Peter Dinklage is transphobic?
Yeah, I did.
The only
You told me that.
mainstream representation of dwarfism is a transphobe. That kind of sucks.
It does really suck. It really does. There's my representation.
Okay, so what's happened since last episode? The last episode we did was with Kendall.
Yep.
Boy, did things happen
We tried to make an episode,
last week.
but I was feeling too awful
I was like,
do it.
bestie, the only reason why we have criptard is because we have fun doing it, and I don't think you're having fun.
I've just been having a lot of issues.
In the end, she's like, show me your labs. I want to see your labs. And we ended up comparing our labs, and that's how that episode went. You're like, am I normal?
I
Yeah.
am.
Okay.
I am normal.
Well, a wee bit traumatized.
A wee bit.
Just a little sprinkle in the air.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing school
Yes.
at the wazoo.
I had a fuck ton of seizure problems. And then Bella's grandma died.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah.
And then now we're both better, but not great.
I got, yeah. So fun.
But that's like 50% of the time.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Okay, what's our first subject?
You're like, giggle? Okay, move on.
You want to stay on that?
No. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's just spoons, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of fork theory?
A little bit?
I think it's more applicable to disabled people. Because the way that spoons work is like you do a task, you lose a spoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fork theory is like each task you do has multiple tasks within it in order to get that task done. So it takes away like more energy. And like each task within the task is like a prong on the fork or whatever.
Okay.
Does that make
That's
sense?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's just like more steps to like doing a thing. You know?
That kind of relates to what we're going to talk about today. With Crip Time.
Oh my god, yeah. We still haven't posted an episode about that.
We haven't, so we're going to talk about Crip Time today.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what Crip Time is?
Well, sure. Well, we didn't actually, like, we found out what it was from Teddy Cosmo.
Yeah.
And then our friend Andy, like, also told us a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let me, like, look into that. And I went on the little internet.
The little internet.
First, it gave me an AI answer, and I was like, fuck this. And
Really? I like the AI answers, because then I'm like, oh, okay, that was
But sometimes I feel like it's just telling me what I want to hear.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah. Sometimes I like that, though. You know?
Yeah. And, like, all packed down into one, like, cute little sentence. Crib time is basically just, like, the idea that disabled people experience time differently than able-bodied people. Yeah, it's just about, like, how we experience time. And it varies by, like, the disability. Also, it's something that, like, if you have, like, PTSD, you might experience. There's, like dissociation from time.
Yeah.
And, time blindness are, like, a thing that it can be. Just, like, how you're processing how time is passing may be different. But it's also just that, like, everything you do when you have a disability takes, like, a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's true.
Because there's more steps involved with completing those tasks.
Yeah. That's why school was so rough for me, because I had to get to a place at a certain time.
Yeah.
And I had to, like, rely on the people around me to, like, get me ready for that.
Yeah. Like, if your caregiver fucks up,
yeah,
that's, like, out of your hands.
It is out of my control, but I still, like, face the repercussions.
Yeah.
Damn.
Finish
Slay.
each other's sentences.
Oh, that's where you lost me.
Damn it.
Just kidding. I can't do the Frozen reference. I can't.
Oh, I was so hyper fixated on Frozen in middle school.
I was too, to the point that it's like the whole Cocoa Puffs and the cars.
You had too much of it.
I had too much of both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cars, too many Cars movie.
Too much Frozen.
Too much Cocoa Puffs.
It was weird though. I'd like brag about it. I'd be like, I've seen Frozen 8 times.
I had the damn dolls. And I'd play with them. It was so weird because they're like, they're what's the word? They're bodices? They're bustiers?
Bustiers.
Bustiers. Is that the word?
They're like,
tops.
their titties?
No, like, they're little shirts. They're little, like, they're tops. Like, the
but
top
like,
of their
what,
dresses. That, like, you know, got their waist all stabbed.
Oh.
It was...
Like the thing that goes outside the corset.
Yeah, I think so. Whatever that is.
Some Victorian era specialist out there is gonna be like...
It was painted on them, so, like, the top half wasn't, like, cloth.
Were these, like, porcelain dolls?
No, they were just, like, Frozen dolls, like, from Target.
Oh.
The only part that was soft was, like, their skirts, and, like, their shoes were rubber. But the top half, it was, like, painted on shirt.
Doll clothes don't usually feel very good.
Except I think, like, Elsa had, like, you know, a little cape. And then Anna had, like, a little cape.
Were they cuter than the Target Frozen dolls that you see in the store now?
I don't know. I kind of dissociate when I go to the Frozen section of Target. Because it just brings me back to, like, a difficult place. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
You know?
Yeah.
And now I'm looking them up, so.
You're looking up the Target Frozen dolls?
Yeah.
You should tell everybody what you think.
I probably won't be.
You're almost there. See, this is another thing with Crip Time. You gotta hit each letter with your little mouse.
Yeah.
You can't
honestly,
just
they look
type
the
it
same.
out.
Like, that's what she looked like. See how the
Have
top...
they kept the same fucking dolls for the last 10 years?
For those of you who don't know what I'm looking at, it's a Frozen doll with, like, a little cape, and her little skirt's cloth, but her top is painted on. And I just don't like that. I'm like, why can't the whole
Yeah, that's a bias,
outfit be... And then
right?
here's the Elsa one. See how her top was also, it's like plastic?
Oh.
It's like into her. So if you want to put different clothes on them, you can't, because... Oh, these ones have actual, like, dresses that you can take on and off. But they're $30.
You know, I watched the movie a lot, but I never got into the merchandise.
Oh, I did. I think I got more into the merchandise in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm a capitalist. So
My parents were very, like, not in a bad way. They were very, like, I don't know, like, logical and restrictive, I guess, when it came to, like, consumerism.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I mean, I was able to, like, run around and play with dirt, you know? So they'd be like, you don't need that.
It's true.
If someone threw dirt on you, you'd scream and run away.
No, I would. I'd be like, oh, gross, worms! And then I'd run with my little chair and roll away. I'd be like, fuck! And then I'd beg somebody to get it off of me. I'd be like, please,
help
take
me.
it off. It's like another topic we mentioned today. Bugs. I fucking hate bugs.
Yes.
It's spider season. You know what that means?
Didn't you?
It's
Are
when
you
it's
the
starting to get
person who was
cold and
like,
the
I
spiders
saw?
go inside.
Were you the person who was like, I saw 4 spiders today?
No, it wasn't one day. It was in a week.
Oh.
Good God, can you imagine if I saw 4 spiders in one day? I would shit myself. It's true.
I got bit by a spider, and I didn't realize it was a spider bite, and I kept scratching, and Bella's like, let me look at it. She's like, I've had this before. You gotta stop scratching it, or you're gonna make it pop.
It's true. I had a spider bite when I was in camp when I was little.
You were right.
And I scratched it so hard that it popped. And then I had to go to the infirmary, and then they put this little blue gel on it, on a little popsicle stick, and smeared it on my little wound.
Did it make it better?
Yeah, it tingled, but I was also like, what the fuck is this? Because it was blue and, like, cold.
Didn't you
And
say
I
you
thought
were,
it was
like,
an alien
6 or
jelly.
something?
Yeah, I was young. I was, like, in the youngest cabin, which was, like, this whole, like, just hallway of just, like, individual rooms. Like, the other cabins, it was, like, 4 beds in one room. But, like, the youngest one was, like, it was just a hallway of, like, 8 different rooms. It was like a little boarding school.
That sounds like a scene in Madeline.
Yeah.
I loved Madeline. You did too, right?
I did. And then it got traumatic when she, like,
Yeah.
her little, was like her,
Just like
what
your
happened?
childhood.
didn't she, her appendix, she needed her appendix removed.
Oh my god.
Remember that?
No.
You don't remember that in the
Wait,
Madeline movie?
okay, so I only ever read the books.
Oh, the movie is traumatic. It is.
Is it like an American Girl doll movie?
Kinda,
Where
but
it's like
yeah.
cute and sad.
Well, she's an orphan. She just wants to see her parents. That's always how it is. She's in Paris, and then she has like her appendix. She like needs it urgently taken out of her in the middle of the night. And then she was given like a hole in her tummy. And when I was little, I thought she got like a food tube for the longest time. But then I was like, oh, she just has like a stitch in her stomach.
Oh.
And I was like, wah wah, you know?
My mom had her appendix removed.
Isn't the history of the appendix kind of weird? Like, nobody knows what they're for.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't speak out my ass on that one. You should just Google it.
Yeah.
I've heard that apparently, a lot of women, when they get appendicitis, they don't realize they have it because it feels like they're on their period.
They say that it might be beneficial for bacteria.
Oh. But why is it bad for some people?
Maybe my appendix is my issue.
I don't know about that, bestie.
Pain in the abdomen, upset stomach and vomiting, loss of appetite. That honestly.
But I think all those would fall under having a fucked up food tube as well.
It's true.
There's a lot of crossover. I think that's why it's sometimes so hard to get a proper diagnosis. Like, so many symptoms, like, cross over with each other. Like, trying to get an autism diagnosis for myself, a lot of them were like, no, you just have sensory issues and ADHD and anxiety.
It's true.
I was like, fuck. Just tell me what's going on.
Wait, pause. I need a water break.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Wait.
Liz! Is it okay if I have another syringe full of water? Through my food tube? Hi, Ash.
Hey, Bella. Hey, Yuri.
Playing from Bella's MacBook Pro.
Please
Oh
don't.
my god.
Stop. Can you brush the strap behind my head?
Yeah.
Oh. No. Like my BiPAP, that's what I meant. Like, push the strap behind my head. It's falling off. Like a hot tamale.
Like that.
Can you move my head towards you, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
A hot tamale on a warm summer day. Just like you, Uriel.
What are we talking about on criptard tonight, kids?
You'll have to listen to find out.
I know, I really do need to just go and do it.
We don't know, Liz. The only way for you to find out is if you listen to it. And tell all your friends.
You guys want me to promote you on my cam?
Yeah! Well, I don't know if I want one of those weird men.
I was gonna say, you know what, though? It is all
Yeah, I
weird.
was like, I don't know if I want the weird old man.
But it is, I've had some disabled people reach out to me, too, though.
Oh. Well, maybe the disabled ones.
Yeah, be like, hey, if you're for disabled rights,
Here you go.
check out
If
criptard.
you're a creep, though,
If you're a creepy old married man,
we'll cut your tip off.
we're coming for you. Oh, God, your tip.
And we'll feed it to you like a cheese cube.
Oh.
Ruthless.
Ew.
I was gonna say, just
Gross.
cut the whole thing off. Like,
Right?
do the whole.
Can you clamp it?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Like the whole swipe.
Yep.
But I feel like if you're gonna make women miserable, then like your misery should be lengthened too. If you just take the whole thing off, you know, that's quick and easy.
This is true. Maybe cut him down to a pinky.
Thank you.
Do you guys know the name Lorena Bobbitt?
Lorena, what?
Who?
Lorena Bobbitt.
No.
Oh man, that ages me terribly. But
Lorena Bobbitt?
Lorena Bobbitt
Okay.
Oh.
sliced off her husband's dick because he was cheating on her,
Uh-huh.
and then she drove away and threw it out the car window. And it happened in the 90s. It was like a huge. It was a huge
Oh
media
my,
story.
wait,
Kinda
I gotta
like-
Google this.
And like, yeah, I'll Lorena Bobbitt you was like a real like threat to me. Oh,
Lorena Bobbitt is a woman who gained international attention in 1993 for her highly publicized and controversial act of cutting off her husband John Wayne Bobbitt's penis while he was asleep. The incident occurred in 1993 in Manassas, Virginia. Ooh, there's domestic abuse in their marriage. The guy was a heavy drinker. He was physically violent.
Oh, maybe it was because he hit her then, not that he cheated.
Yeah, he sounds like he did a lot more than cheat. He did some
That's just more to
some
cut his
fucked
dick
up
off
shit.
then.
Yeah. Throw that shit in the car window.
Throw that shit out the car window. No one needs that anymore. It's Mother Nature's now. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, motherfucker. We're
Wait,
so
is it
cool.
okay if I include that?
I want you to, yeah.
Okay,
You have
bet.
to. Oh, it's so good. It's one of the first really big and publicized cases that I can recall of it being like retaliation crime,
Yeah.
right? Like females who get fucking abused and are like,
Yeah.
I've had enough, motherfucker. And it's like people don't realize how many crimes that are committed by women are actually that.
I love
Some
There's
women are
this
evil, but a lot of
woman-
women are pushed to
Yeah.
evil.
there's this woman in prison for being a
Yeah.
serial killer, but she was killing men that she knew had like abused women.
Ooh, like a Dexter.
Yeah.
For, like women.
Yeah.
Abusers.
And now she's in prison, and I think that's really sad. I think she's a superhero for the
Yeah.
people.
Amen.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay, what's our first topic?
We can talk about IEPs.
IEPs.
Yeah.
What was your IEP like when you were a kid?
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You gotta tell me, bestie.
Oh, I just
could
kept
be-
it recording the whole time.
What? Oh, damn.
Because
Okay.
sometimes you say really good things when I cut the mic, And then I'm, like, sad. So it's like, what if I just record the whole time and then, like, edit the shit out, you
That's
know?
crazy. Yeah.
So you gotta release all the beautiful things, you know?
Yeah. It's like,
What was your IEP like?
I wish there was a way for me to find it.
Me too.
Because
I'm
honestly,
sure my
I
mom
would
has
love to read it. Like,
And our
honestly.
504s.
Yeah. Did I have a 504? Probably. What's a 504 again?
I don't even know what all the things are. There were just adults around me talking about it when I was a kid, and I was like, that's a thing that I have. But I didn't, like, nobody, like, explained it.
I think I had to have a 504 because
Here, what
an example of it is allowing a student with a disability to use a computer for writing assignments. That sounds like something I would have needed. Oh, well then what's the difference between that and an IEP?
Based on the provided search results, a 504 plan is a legal document under Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. It ensures that students with disabilities receive necessary academic accommodations and support services to have an equal opportunity to succeed in school. And I think we both had one, but we still didn't have equal opportunity.
Yep.
And then an IEP.
Wait, so an IEP or individualized education program is a plan that outlines a student's special education needs and the services that will help them achieve their goals. IEPs are updated annually and include specific goals and objectives. IEPs may include accommodations, but they can also include modifications to the curriculum, specialized instruction, and other services like speech-language pathology.
Okay.
Why did I have that and not a 504, though?
I had both.
I feel like I just had IEP.
Oh.
Or maybe I had both. I have no idea, because I just was so dissociated.
Yeah.
Like, through the roof.
Did your high school have a disability center?
No. Well, no, actually I don't think it did. It was just a woman that, like, came to me.
Oh.
And she would just, like, talk about things with me. I think she had a room, but I don't think I ever really went into her room.
See, now, going to Catholic school fucked me up in a lot of ways, but they did have a disability center.
That's so weird that
They didn't
did,
always,
though.
like, do their job properly, but it was, like, a safe space you could, like, go to. And
That's
there
nice.
where, like, all the other disabled kids were.
Ugh.
I'd, like, take my tests there.
I wish I would have had that. I was taking my tests in, like, the hallway or, like, the library.
Oh.
And it was really awkward.
When I was in middle school, I got injured for a while and I wasn't able to do gym class. So they were like, you can just go to the library and play cool math games. And so that's what I did.
Yeah.
And one time I got stuck playing Fireboy and Water Girl for too long. I did it for 2 entire class periods because I got so locked in that I didn't hear the bell.
Oh.
And then I went to go to class and he was like, we just finished class. Where were you? And I was like, I was in the library playing cool math games. Isn't it time for your class? And he's like, no, you missed it. You gotta go to your next class, buckaroo.
Isn't it just weird that, like, IEPs are, like, for politics?
Yeah.
Like, as an adult, it just took me to realize that. Like, literally an IEP is, like, for the system.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can get a lawyer. Like, they make lawyers to, like, help with IEPs. Like, and, like, pushing for IEPs in schools. And, like, certain aspects of IEPs that, like, need to be met.
I don't know if you'll get this, but I kind of hate how, like, inseparable cultural issues are from politics.
Yeah. Can you watch my neck really quick, Festy?
Yeah. Which side?
Your side.
Your side.
Down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Up a little. Wait. Yeah, right there. You're doing it. You're doing it, Smalls. God damn. Down just a little bit. This is like half the episode. It's just me itching my head.
Do you hate that feeling when it feels like there's like ants crawling on you
Yeah.
and there's like nothing there?
Yep. Or like spiders, but it's hair. Rip.
See, I don't think I actually have anything against bugs. I think I just hate the texture and like sensory input.
I love how we're both going back and forth between bugs and IEPs. Like, just two things that we just really don't like. Like, it's true. Both are ops. Ugh.
Well, you did a bunch of, like, you added a bunch to the IEP section. You want to talk about that?
Well,
Okay, well,
I do.
yeah.
I really do. But I also wish I would have done more research on, like, both sides, because I think I didn't like IEPs growing up because I felt like it was, like, writing down just, like, my needs and, like, prove it. Like, I don't know. I was just like, why do I have to do this?
Mm-hmm.
To, like,
Like,
get my needs. It's similar to how I get my PCAs. And how I need to, like, be asked a bunch of questions and,
you know
like,
what?
do tests and stuff.
Question I
Or,
never
like, for my
knew.
FRSD. It was just too much proof, you know?
Yeah. A question, I mean, tell me if you experienced this too. Like, a question that I never really knew how to answer was when I'd be, like, sitting in the room with this, like, adult that was supposed to help me get my accommodations, and they'd be like, what would help you? And I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know what's available. Like,
It's
I don't.
true.
And then everybody tells you what will work, and you're like, okay. And then you become an adult, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, and I remember I used to have to do, like, these time tests for my, like, IEP. It was like, do these, like, multiplication tables, like, as fast as you can, or, like, write, like, a paragraph as fast as you can. I'm like, isn't this the point? Like, isn't this the point? Like, I don't know.
I
It's
did
weird.
like all of those, like, let's see if you're still disabled tests at the, like, Minnesota Epilepsy Center. Like, all of it. Even stuff that wasn't epilepsy related. Like, I did all my, like, ADHD shit.
I used to have to, like, read in the hallway with this one girl when I was, like, really little.
For, like, speech?
Something like that. I think so. But then also I was, like, really good at talking.
Yeah.
So I just didn't really understand
You
it.
think they were just trying to test you?
Maybe. I just remember, like, multiple weird tests in my, like, school. Like, nobody else around me was taking it. Like, it was, like, because of my disability. And I,
Yeah.
like, remember it. But I just also remember being angry because I was like, why doesn't anybody else have to do this?
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's why I don't like IEPs. But I do see how it could... I mean, it's the reason I got a combination, so I guess I'm thankful for it that way.
Mm.
But it's, well,
It could have been done better, though.
It could have just been, like, a given, rather than, like, ask and prove.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The education system as a whole has so many, like, flaws in it.
Mhm.
I remember, like, being in therapy with my therapist and being like, my teachers will not accommodate my shit because in a private school, by the way, I went to Catholic school for high school, because in a private school, legally, teachers are not obligated to follow my accommodation plan. So if they don't want to do it, they don't have to. And she's like, maybe you would have, like, thrived better, like, had things accommodated better at, like, a public school. And I got real hopeful about that. And then I met, like, after I graduated, I met other people who were like, well, public school is shit too. I'm like, okay, great. For all the other disabled children of the world.
No. Like, I had to take an IQ test in order to get, like, a therapist at school for my anxiety.
Really?
Isn't that weird? And that was in high school. Like, she was, like,
Oh.
fit the shape. And, like, I don't even know what IQ... Again, I'm dissociated. Like... Bye, you know? But I was like, hey guys, like, I can't learn. Like, every time I'm in a classroom, like, I want to vomit. And they were like, oh, school social worker, you'll see her, like, twice a week. But I think she was, like, a licensed therapist.
Oh.
Like,
Did you like her?
She was interesting. She was okay. I just dissociated through the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
You think, like, when you die, like, any of those people, like, therapists and doctors and stuff will, like, stand out in your mind, like, when you're real old?
yeah, probably.
Like, positively?
That's up for negotiation. It's true.
Yeah. Do you remember, like, what accommodations you had? Like, what your IEP was like?
It was mostly like Bella needs an SCA in class and outside of the classroom.
Yeah.
Bella needs a changing table.
Like, basic level.
Bella needs help grabbing things
We actually have, well, you have
and writing.
a PCA right now. Shout out to fucking Liz. She
We
was
love
just
Liz.
in here. And Liz's other job is that she's a para for this girl with SMA. And, like, when I hear her talk about the work she does for this girl, I'm like, damn, I really wish Bella had a Liz.
Oh, I had a Lauren.
Yeah.
She was cool.
But Liz got her kid a whole classroom.
Yeah.
Like, a whole empty classroom to, like, decompress in.
It's true. I wish
Imagine
I
if
would have
you,
had that.
yeah, imagine if you had a whole classroom. That would have been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
didn't
wish I did have a list.
I didn't do any
School.
of those, like, tests at school. I did them all at, like, a medical center through, like, the Minnesota Epilepsy Center.
Mm-hmm.
So they did, like, all of my EEGs there. They did all of my, like, they'd have me, like, stack blocks
Oh.
and, like, walk on my tiptoes across a room and, like, flashlights in my face. They do, like, the ADHD test where they had me, like, doing, like, puzzles and math problems and, like, what did you get away from reading this story? You know, like, shit like
Yeah.
that.
I did have a physical therapist in, like, elementary school.
Was that
And,
cool?
like, not middle school, elementary school, like, first grade. And then, yeah, it was okay, but it was also, like, again, like, why am I doing this? Like, this should be, like, I should be doing this, like, separately from school.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And, like, not, like, she'd be, like, putting me on the mat. And then
That's, like, weird that you did it at the school.
yeah, she would put me on the mat, and then I would have to, like, roll back and forth. Like, she would put me on my side,
Huh.
and then she'd be like, roll back. And then I have to roll back. Or we'd, like, play little, like, with toys. That, like, it was toys that, like, I had to, like, move things. Like, put things in the holes. You know?
I feel like it's nice to keep your medical trauma separate from your education sometimes.
It's true.
But they do intertwine a lot.
They do intertwine a lot. It was also weird, though, because that was when I think I remember that memory, like, the most clear in all my, like, early school memories.
The PT lady.
Well, just, like, I think it was because I got out of my chair and I, like, wasn't in pain for a little bit.
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
fucked
this is
up.
nice. Well, it's true.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I get to lay down and play a game. Even though this crazy lady asks me to, like, go back on my back from my side.
No, I
Feel
actually
slow.
loved when I got to miss school for doctor's appointments. I was like, I don't have to sit in class and sit still. I can, like, go see a lady with gloves that smell good and do different puzzles.
It's funny.
Although, anytime I go somewhere knowing they're gonna go in any of my holes,
Oh.
I'm so tense.
Good
Guys, I
God,
got a
not the
pap smear
holes.
for the first time, and I've never felt more vulnerable.
You're also getting an IUD soon.
Oh, God. Bella's gonna come and hold my hand.
I am. It's gonna be okay.
I actually, my pap smear wasn't that bad. The woman who helped me was great.
What was her name?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't
you don't
remember any of
remember
their
her name?
names.
Oh,
I
it was-
think I like also partially dissociate in medical
Yeah, I also
facilities.
forget their names. I don't know why I'm all like,
I don't
know
get
their
like
names.
super paranoid. I just kind of like comfortably dissociate.
It's true.
She like the pap smear was very quick, which I wasn't expecting. Like 2 seconds. I was shocked. She
I
just
am,
like twirled around a Q-tip.
Every time I think about that, I like want to throw up.
Yeah. Well, she takes the fucking like speculum, the duck beak that they use to crap open
Stop,
your
they
coochie.
do?
Yeah, they open you up.
No, you didn't tell me that part.
Yeah, she's like, it's gonna be cold for a second.
Ash! You didn't tell me that part.
Because they
You
like.
just made it sound like they stick it up there for a hot second, put it in a machine, and give you the good to go.
No, they have to crack you open.
What? They cracked me open.
With this like cold lube. Just
Oh, God, Ash! You
You're-
didn't tell me that
like,
part.
you're gonna be cold for a second.
What?
But here's the thing, though.
Ugh.
It was like very
What's
comfortable.
the thing? I don't even want. What?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't super comfortable, you know, like you're having your coochie cracked open. But like I've had worse things happen to my pussy.
Yeah, but also you like things with your pussy. I don't like things with my pussy. Okay?
What are you talking about?
You know,
You like things with your pussy.
not like in. You know?
Yeah. Inside of you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not really for me. You know?
I don't know why we're sharing
But
this on the
that's
internet.
a different episode.
Maybe we should edit this part. I don't know.
Why?
Okay.
It's so real,
You
though.
know what? Yeah, we're gonna raw dog this,
Oh.
just like life.
Anyway.
They lubricate the little
Okay,
duck
you're
bill
still
thingy.
telling me?
It's not metal though, which
Ugh,
was
I'm
nice. It
gonna
was like a
vomit.
soft plastic. They open you up. They take a Q-tip. They twirl it in, then they take it all out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. Ugh.
I can
gross.
understand though why some people would like want to scream and crawl away, because it's very invasive. Well, and then what I found out was I went in thinking that I had a UTI, but it wasn't like how a UTI feels. There's just some like crossover of symptoms, like my pee smelled funny, you know. And I was
Oh.
like, check me for everything. STDs, UTIs, pap smear, everything. Because I'm tired of people treating me for UTIs and then still feeling like shit. So they did that, and it turned out I was bacterial vaginosis, which just means you have some like bacteria your body doesn't want in your like coochie's biome.
What if I have that?
You might.
Go!
It's not bad. And they
What's the symptoms for that? How do you smell that?
BACTER.
Well, I know how to spell bacterial.
Okay.
But, oh, here it is. Wow, that came up right away. Oh. Itchy and a fishy smell. I mean, I do. Maybe I have that, bestie.
Yeah. I think we need to destigmatize AFAB and women's health care.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd never heard of that before, and then I was like, "Oh, I have this thing," and they like prescribed me a little medicine, and it wasn't pills. It was just this like gel that you put on your pussy for 5 days.
Damn, if you have BV, your baby is more likely to be born early and at a low birth weight.
Oh, well, thank God I'm not having kids.
That's so weird. Anyway,
BV,
BV.
you got some biv.
You got some bacterial vaginosis. It sounds like a sexy name, though.
Like, is that gonna be your drag name? Bacterial vaginosis from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank
It's what?
you.
It's true.
That would be your introduction. Oh wait, we gotta circle back to the IEPs.
Oh
There's
God, we really are like.
Hi.
Well, no.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ADHD.
A reason why we wanted to talk about this and get into this is because most IEPs don't really have an answer for what happens in case of emergencies, like if there's an active shooter or a fire, or the plan is like not good, like shitty.
Well, usually they have a fire plan, but active shooter plan they do not have.
The fire plans are pretty bad.
They also have a tornado plan. It's usually like
the active shooter thing.
The active shooter they have nothing on.
Especially because like I think very like recently like school shooters went from like a very small amount to like skyrocketing, you know?
Yeah, I'm so happy I was done with school when I was.
Like,
I probably would have died. I've been the easy target.
Well, there was that story about this boy, this deaf boy, who went to go to the bathroom.
He couldn't hear the gunshots?
He couldn't hear. And there's an active shooter, like, thing. He didn't get shot.
Oh, thank God.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? What?
I'll, like, double check it.
I'm scared.
But, like, so he went back to his classroom. And you know what you do during lockdown, right? Like, you hide, you turn the lights off. So he goes back to his classroom, lights are off, curtains shut, door locked.
No. I remember because we would have lockdown drills. You probably had that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I would just be out in the open. Like, everybody would be behind, like, tables and chairs. And then there's just my ass with my little chair, like, brought up. Like, when I turn it on, you know? With the little screen, like, glowing, like, lighting up my face in the corner of the room. Like, even sometimes I would see, like, because, you know, like, they would have the principal go to each door and, like, lock the door, see if the door is locked. The school shooter would
be like, fuck yeah, I get a disabled one. Bow!
Oh, God, that's so bad. No, it's true, though. Because everybody's just like, oh my God, that should be, like, an episode. That's really dark humor, but it's true. My chair would just come, like, a banner, and then they would, like, and, like, click, and, like, I'm trying to run and hide, but it's clicking the whole time. Huh, that's so bad.
No, literally, I've thought about this. You can't tiptoe.
I can't, no. I also can't hunch down.
There's not, like, a tiptoe version of being in a wheelchair. But I think, you know how we've talked about weaponizing your chair? Or, like, adding AI to it for, like, scratching parts of your body? You could add a tiptoe feature where it raises up on little legs, on their little toes.
Yeah,
and you
tell me about it.
Ugh.
Okay. Sorry.
You gotta let it all out sometime.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Well.
Wait, I also, when I was like, okay, so I was kind of pissed off because I heard about that story about the deaf boy on a disabled person's Instagram.
Yeah.
And so you were like, we gotta talk about IEPs and how they don't have, like, good solutions for active shooters or just, like, emergencies in general.
Yeah.
So I was, like, doing, like, Googling, like, trying to, like, find the story and find what happened to the kid, and I couldn't because it's, like, such a, like, spoken about situation. Like, the news didn't really acknowledge it. Like, it's just like another story, you know, and a blur of other stories. But on my journey there, I found this other story.
You and your stories.
There's a lot of bad shit in the world, guys.
Oh, God. That's lightning. But it's true. It's unfortunate. This is the world that we live in.
This is an NPR story. Oklahoma City police fatally shoot deaf man despite yells of he can't hear.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
That's why I always shoot the police in GTA.
You
said it was the cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's why I do it.
Bella shoots all the cops in GTA.
I do.
She leaves the women alone.
I shoot all the men and I shoot all the cops. It's so bad.
As you
Just
should.
like really angry. You know,
You
when
ever-
the government takes my MA away. Excuse me, while I go shoot some cops. In GTA, of course. Okay, we're not gonna get banned for violence right now. But
Well.
what? No, we don't got time for that on our conscience.
Have you ever seen the like things about how like when you handcuff a deaf person, you're taking away their right to speech because they can't sign anymore?
It's fucked up.
Their freedom of speech. Like they can't do anything.
They can't do the cuffing in the bedroom.
Keep it in the bedroom, boys.
What? You didn't answer my question.
What?
Doesn't this like? They can't use cuffing. You know when they like cuff somebody to a bed.
Uh-huh.
You can't do that to somebody who's deaf.
Well, unless you like have a conversation around consent where you give like specific signals of
I
like you
hope
could do
so.
like one touch because people do like gagging where they can't talk, you know.
Oh, that's scary.
Or like a mask where they can't. So like if you're good, like green light is like one pat. Like keep
Oh.
going. I like this. I'm not sure how I'm feeling. I'm not sure if I want to go in this direction. Is like a yellow light, like 2 pats. And if you're like absolutely not, hate this, 3 pats is like red light.
I feel like I really have to trust somebody in order to do that.
Oh, definitely.
Like
I think
like
that's
blood
why
bond.
I have a lot
Not
of
blood bonds. That'd be weird.
I have a lot of admiration for submissives because that's like giving up a lot of like trust
Yeah,
and
that's
like
your-
having
that's
faith.
your hot spot. It's your G spot.
Oh,
Oh,
you know, I wonder why some people do anal when they don't have
Ah.
a G spot in their butt.
you said the A word. Just kidding. I'm just joking.
You know how like AMAB people have their G spot in their booty hole and
Yeah.
yeah. So like I don't know personally why you would do anal if you don't have a G spot in
It's
your
true.
butt.
It's true. 'Cause
I would.
should know.
I'm open to learning though.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Put it in the DMs.
Also, if you're a trans femme who gets bottom surgery, do you then have 2 G spots?
Maybe.
Because you have a pussy and an ass.
That's a question for the community.
I could ask my friends, but I'll also take input from people on the internet.
Yeah. Slay to that. What was that? What was that?
That was me cleaning my throat. Wait, no. Clearing my throat like a man. Oh my god. Okay, these photo shoot. This is the like last topic in our little spiel for today. You ready to hear about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are all these photo shoots and like pictures on all these disabled people's pages that were just like fucking slaying, you know? Like they were so good. And they ended up really close together and it like gave me serotonin and hope and light.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first person, Cam Redlosk. It's the first one.
Ooh, this one?
Bella's looking at
peacock?
pictures. Yeah.
Ooh.
Her little like foliage photo shoot.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's like everything about it is
Oh my gosh.
stunning. Look
Wow.
at her.
Slay.
Right?
Oh my god. Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at
It's
her.
really good. Ugh.
Anyway, that made me really happy. Her little, she's like, they like decked out her chair with like plants and shit.
Check
Like,
out
she-
Cam Redlosk
Yeah, it's
and Melissa Meyer.
KAMREDLA.
The Verdant Embrace.
RED.
Shout out to them. Sorry. Sorry.
KAMREDLAWSK.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She does a lot of art. Oh
Cam.
my gosh. Why didn't you tell me about her?
I thought you already knew who she
No.
was.
Holy cow. I'm like under a rock.
She's
these
super
days.
cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does art. That's cool.
Her art is good. her face, her mug is giving. She's slaying.
She's giving.
Yeah. Okay, and then the other one was Jenna Vega's wedding.
Slay.
Did you see those pictures?
I did see those pictures.
Oh
She
my
slayed. They both
Goodness.
did.
Their wedding was beautiful.
It was.
It
was
looks
beautiful.
like it was in like a fucking vineyard.
Wasn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it looked like a vineyard.
It looks
It's
like
beautiful.
a real sexy little vineyard.
Oh, you're a sexy little vineyard.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Y'all should also look her up, Jenna Vega. I was friends in middle school with a girl named Kira Vega.
Oh, did she bully you?
No, she saw
That's
me
good.
getting bullied and felt bad for me.
Oh, we like. What was her name? Kira
Kira Vega.
Stan. Kira Vega. Oh,
And then Erin Novikowski, obviously, mother.
mother.
Mommy.
With the little underwear ad.
Yeah,
That was fun.
slay. Also, their
Hashtag disability intimacy.
Erin also did pictures with criptard.
Oh yeah.
Criptard,
Oh.
check. Oh, so good. Olives, everything. Beautiful.
It's all so
Love it.
beautiful. Starts crying.
I think part of why I like all three of these photo shoots is because they're all full of so much disabled joy.
Yeah, right? And everyday things.
We need more of that.
Yeah. We really do. That's why
Yeah.
we have a podcast.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Or the week after. I think we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
It'll either be next week or it'll be this coming week. We'll let you know.
All of our updates will be on Instagram, on our story, or in posts. So if you want to stay updated on criptard shit, just make sure you're following us on Instagram.
Slay.
We also make really cool memes there, so if you ever get bored of the podcast, you can check those out.
Yeah.
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 You ready, Bella?
I'm ready.
Bye.
Bye.